I just want y'all to know that for the first part, like 3-4 minutes of this video, there was no audio. So I'm glad I got up to check because I was really about to do this whole potato harvest. That's what we're doing today. I was really about to do this whole potato harvest without freaking having audio in the video. And I know I would have cried. So don't make fun of my gloves, alright? I already said that, but y'all didn't hear me. So we harvesting red potatoes here, alright? We got I don't know what specific variety they might be. I just know that they red and I got them from the organic section in the grocery store. So we done already got this bowl full so far, okay? I'm gonna need a bigger bowl. I was gonna come out here with a really big bowl because I was like, I'm manifesting. Like, I want a bunch of potatoes. I want to fill up this big bowl, but I ain't do that. So I got my little bowl, and my little bowl already full of these big, nice sized potatoes. I bought only one bag of the red potatoes, and it was like $8 or something like that. And I've already done got my money back because that's basically what I planted. And they were way smaller than this. So, and this is my first ever potato harvest, guys. So, don't make fun of my gloves. I think I already said that. You know what I'm saying? The gloves get the job done, and the other gloves that I would usually wear is they're wet because I was watering the garden. Cause I ain't been here in a week, bruh, because we was on vacation, and so everything y'all it's dry. It's not bone dry, but it's dry. So I can't tell you the last time it rained either. I know that it stormed while I wasn't here, but I can't tell you the last time it rained. I know it stormed though, cause it knocked all my potted tomatoes plants and pepper plants over, and I had to get them, save them. You know what I'm saying? Look at this, y'all. If you not growing something, like get into it, bro. Hold on. These little baby potatoes, they can go in the air fryer or just lightly. You ain't even gotta peel the skin off them. You can just lightly. I like to make like breakfast bowls with the eggs we get from our farm, with potatoes, organic potatoes. I like to. Then I usually like to add like sausage from the pigs that we grow. I haven't had sausage in a long time. Some fresh sausage. It's ants all over here. So if y'all see me like get up and move around and shake off, that's because the ants are trying to kill me because I'm digging up their house. But, you know. So we're just going to move over here because the ants is looking for me. Look at that. Y'all not ready. Y'all not ready. The bowl is not big enough. Hashtag get a bigger bowl. If people say hashtag still. Look at that. Get a bigger bowl. We're going to need a bigger bowl. We're going to need a bigger boat. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. My bowl is full. But we just gonna put them next to the thing on the ground because I'm not gonna go back in there and get a bowl. Look at that. You can just shake them off. Shake it off. They're gonna come right off. Now the smallest ones, I'm gonna just leave them in there because they'll reseed themselves. And I've never seen this before. I didn't know potatoes even did this. There's some little like potato seedling things like growing off the tops of these. I didn't know potatoes even did that until like today. So we just gonna finish digging these up and I'm gonna show y'all what we get at the end. But look at that. I done already got my $8 back. I'm getting dirt in the bowl. Or soil. Done already got my $8 back and enjoyed myself doing it too. Now I did fertilize these potatoes. And I did water them and stuff. You know, it was the labor. So obviously it would cost more. But like it's so much fun and it's so enjoyable and it's so healthy. Like even though I got them from the organic section, like this is an experience. I've never done this before. And I'm thoroughly enjoying myself. So, get into it. Now, I don't know what I'm gonna plant here after I dig these up. I'm not gonna cap to you. I might take some of my peppers out my pots and put them in here. But my peppers, they usually do fine either way. if they in a pot or if they in the ground. But we got some more. I wish I had a scale to weigh these. I don't. I need to get a scale. Like, I don't know why I don't have a scale. I don't even know how much I weigh. I think I weigh like a good 102 pounds, which is a milestone for me, not for some other people, but it's a milestone for me. I've never weighed over 100 pounds like in my life, and not because I don't be eating. Look at that. I think that's the biggest one so far. Look at that. Get into it. I think but anyway, I think what was I talking about? We talking about weight. I think that's the most I've ever weighed. 102 pounds. There's a big ant nest over there, so we're gonna steer clear of that for now. I can smell their like weird, scary pheromones. They're like, get away from here. Get away from here. Leave our house alone. I'm just trying to get my potatoes, bro. There's a little worm. Sorry about that, little dude. So I fertilized this with like an all-purpose fertilizer. I'm gonna put the brand on screen. Maybe not. I don't know. Depends on how I feel. Uh, and then I just use chicken manure. I use composted, like all-purpose manure, basically from our farm. So goat, cow, pig, uh, rabbit, uh, look at that, some more little baby ones. Goat, cow, pig, chicken, rabbit, all the animals, y'all. I don't know. There's so many animals out there, bro. I don't even remember how many different animals out there. Ooh, ooh, ooh. The ants. The ants love this dry, airy soil. They love it. That's what I be in my plant pots, and I be having to put the diatomaceous earth in there, which is a organic, like. Well, I get the organic diatomaceous. Well, I don't know like how that would work with diatomaceous earth, but I just know it's like an organic pesticide, and it basically stops them from being able to get moisture in their skin. It like dries them out, and then they die, which sounds very painful, but they be biting me, and that hurt too. So that might be the biggest one. That right there. So I know I got some more over there, but the ants is really trying to box me up. So I don't know if I'm gonna go over there. Bro, get off me! They really fighting me. They really fighting me, y'all. I'm doing this for y'all. I'm doing this for y'all. But yeah, like these little ones, I'm gonna just throw them in my little breakfast bowls just like that. And I cook them like I meal prep the breakfast bowls. And they're just so good with the fresh ingredients, with the eggs, the potatoes, the sausage when I got it, bro. Yep, there go one of the seed potatoes. Ooh, it's just, oh wow. They get all goopy like that. That's interesting. It's a beautiful thing though, you know. Going back to Mother Earth, going back to nature to feed and nourish something else. And look at all the good it did. I also put like some uh like ash on these, wood ash that I just that we made from this winter doing our little campfires and like fireplace stuff. Here's another little one. Some more. The ants is crawling all over everything, bro, but I ain't worried about them. I'm getting my potatoes. You can't have them. Tell the ants they can't have them, bro. They said we want them. I said no. I think that's good for over there. It might be some near under these logs. Yep. It's a whole nother plant right here. I don't even see. Yo, this is crazy. I ain't never grown this many potatoes before. Usually, I just take the old potatoes from inside and that's the biggest one. Wow. Usually I take the old potatoes from inside and I just usually I take the old potatoes from inside and I just throw them outside like in the ground and I be hoping that they like regrow. And they do, but like this is my first ever like harvest, like purposefully going to the store buying potatoes to replant them. And the other potatoes, oh, I scraped that one. The other potatoes, they still do well, but like they didn't do as well as these like organic ones. And I wanted organic because the ones that the other ones are sprayed, and then also they just don't grow as well. So these right here, y'all, I'm blown away. I'm blown away. If you've never grown potatoes before, it's too late to grow them now. Well, yeah, it's too late to grow them now, I think. But because they don't really like the really hot weather. But next season you need to grow some, or you might be able to grow them. I've heard people grow them in the like early fall. That some people are able to get a potato harvest during that time. There's a weird looking one. Some people grow them during that time. I've tried that before, but then again, like I said, I've never planted as many as I did, so I wouldn't know how that would work. But I'm gonna experiment with that. I think, especially because I live in a pretty warm climate. I think it's zone 8B. I live in the Piedmont region of South Carolina, and so I think they might do well. Like it stays warm here, so. But like I said, they don't like that much heat, but it would be cool enough, I think, for them to grow. But we'll see. I might try it out. I just heard something walking near me. I was like, what is that? This is the weirdest one looking one that I've seen. It's got like a weird looking head. I'm gonna just leave these potato tops over this area because it is so warm, so they can insulate the soil and keep it from draining out as much. Cause I already done disturbed it as much as I did, so I'm gonna let it rest. Some of these little ones, I'm gonna just leave them in here so that they like regrow. You know what I mean? They might pop up early fall, and then I might chow down on some more of them. You know? I love red potatoes. I also have some yellow ones planted, some purple ones planted. I ain't never seen a purple potato, bro. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited for that. I got those at like Lowe's, and I had just saw them, and I was like, I have to have some. I have to have some. You know what I mean? I'm gonna also leave these weird little potato seed things in here. So this is my first ever harvest of potatoes, and this is what I got in this little 4x4 space. So I think that's pretty good for the amount of space it was, and for the potatoes that I put in the ground. Okay, I got all of these. I'm just trying to get them.